Guys, this isn't just Conspiracy Corner. Oh, this is Conspiracy Cul-de-sac.
Oh, yeah. That's a perfect way of putting it.
What I'm trying to say is we have so many conspiracies from all around. Like, we have so many. I don't even know where to start. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to whatever the hell this is. We're back edition! Woo! Oh my God. I don't even know where to start. I don't want to get depressing right off the bat, but I'm going to be super honest. The fact that we are back here doing this show feels so good. Like, there was a moment where we didn't think this was going to happen again. So the fact that we are all here and we are all safe is such a blessing, and we're all healthy except for Spencer, who has the plague, and like we're praying for him.
Is that why the mask?
Okay, no. See, okay.
Yeah, you're making it sound way worse than it is.
I made Spencer come to work with the plague. No, so we literally just got over a month-long flu that was insane. And it started right after Christmas, and then it took us right into those fires, and then it lasted through the fires.
Pretty much through, yeah.
And then we finally, literally, I think the day after we got back home, we finally felt kind of normal. Mm-hmm. It was wild. Being sick with us two and two babies that were also had the flu was...
Out of our house, out of our element, out of our schedule with 5 animals.
I'm so sorry. Wait, you guys evacuated with flu?
Yeah. Oh my God. First of all, well, let me wrap up why you're wearing the mask. Yeah. No, Spencer does not have the plague. He had the flu, or maybe the flu like a week ago. He feels fine, but we're honestly
in case
scared.
It was a different strain. We are not doing sick babies and sick adults again. That's a special kind of torture.
So I jokingly said, like, maybe you could just wear gloves, and you were like, I'm going to wear gloves and a mask. I don't want to, put you guys in danger. At some point during the show, maybe you could take the mask off, because I feel like it just makes me sad that I just feel like you're so isolated.
It is a weird feeling. Like, I feel like I smile a lot during the, and like, we're just going to be a lot.
But you smile with your eyes.
It's nice.
It kind of looks fashionable too, though.
It does. For some reason, everything with him is fashionable.
Yeah, you're going to start a trend, dude.
Yeah, where have I ever seen a purple mask? Never.
Okay, so, should we just get into this? It's so weird to talk about, like, the evacuation and the fires and everything, because we're so lucky and grateful that our house is okay. It almost feels like bitching and complaining about something. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do. I know what you mean. And when I talked about it on my podcast, a lot of people were like, you're still allowed to have your feelings. Like, you still went through something. I know it's not equal or greater than people that had the devastating loss of not being able to return to their house, but it's still a story. I think we're allowed to share our experience without diminishing that other people are worse off because of the same. Who knows if it was a natural disaster.
Right. First of all, yes, it was insane. We evacuated 3 weeks before that for another fire in Malibu.
That was closer. That had started closer.
Which was crazy. I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast. I think Morgan vlogged some of it, but Spencer was here. Ryland's entire family was here.
Yep.
Me, your mom, and you were at 2 a.m. watching the news, being
sitting on this couch.
We're gonna have to get the fuck out of here. So the next morning we pack up, got out, the whole family, went to an Airbnb, and then the fire was taken out pretty fast.
There was still devastation there. Yeah. Like, people still did lose their homes, but we very quickly became not in the line of, it wasn't a concern to our home.
Right. So then that happened. So then a few weeks later, we're sitting watching YouTube, and I get this alert, and I'm like, wait, what is this? And it was a fire, but it was like kind of far from us, but you know me. I was like already on Airbnb, already looked, because I was like...
And I'm like, Shane, stop. What are you doing? The Palisades is so far from us. Just chill out for a second.
The fucking winds were crazy.
It was crazy.
I'm talking a cow flying by crazy. Like, it was Twister level winds. It was fucking insane. And I was like, with the winds and the fire, and this is nuts. Like, we're going to have to get out of here. So all day, Ryland's kind of like, calm down. You're overreacting. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I'm like on Airbnb, favoriting them, talking to the host, being like, we might have to evacuate. Like, we're going to have to get out. And then, so he's just, calm down. Then it's bath time. Sun goes down. Winds are going crazy. We're giving the babies a bath. And I was like, I think we need to book this Airbnb. I think we're going to have to get out in the middle of the night. And Ryland's like, we're going to be fine. Boosh, all the power goes out. On our phones, it's like, mandatory, get out now, leave everything. It's like, it's not a warning, it's an order, like that level.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, So we can't look at the fire app. We can't look at anything because the power's out, which means we have no service.
Yeah, because where we live it isn't great service. So
now
you rely on Wi-Fi.
So now, and Ryland's like, the babies just fell asleep. I was like, okay, well, we're gonna have to wake them up. So then we're like, you know,
Shade's panicking around the house.
Completely crying?
Completely panicking. And I'm like, just chill out. Like, the babies are in their cribs. It's supposed to be dark for them anyways. Let's gather our belongings. And he's like mad at me for packing. And I'm like, oh, I want a few things.
Well, because with the power going out and the alert happening on top of, I went outside to like pull the car out and the wind was so crazy, like a palm tree flew by and I was like, oh, it's the end of the fucking world.
Yeah.
We need to get out. Oh, we had a Postmate coming. Okay. So I pre-planned, right? I was like, okay, I'm going to order a Postmate. I'm going to get like 2 foldable cribs so we can take it to an Airbnb.
Because the last time we evacuated, I brought our actual cribs.
So the Postmate,
That was a nightmare.
the Postmate pulls up in the pitch black because like all the houses down, pitch black, right? Wind going crazy. She pulls up in her car and she's just like, hello. And I'm just like, and I'm like, I know, I'm sorry, there's a fire. She's like, a fire. I'm like, the power's out. And then so we're taking the cribs out and she's like blowing away and I'm like blowing away. Ryland's blowing away. And then she's just like, well, good luck, I guess. And I was like, good luck to you. And I'm like, I'm hysterically crying. And it's 5 stars. And it was crazy. So we're packing in certain situations, like in medical situations or like if the dogs or
emergencies.
I'm usually pretty calm. Like I am. I've gotten better.
Ryland's face disagrees.
Literally, if there's even like a speed bump, he's like, okay.
No, I've gotten better.
You're cautious, and I love that because I'm not cautious, and we need the both extremes to meet in the middle.
Yeah, you guys blend well.
Yeah,
But I will say, I was literally like, leave everything. I packed our passports, the baby's birth certificates.
I was getting my contacts. I have daily contacts that get thrown away each time. You don't need those. And I was like, I'm going to have to see.
We can get them at Target. I thought the fire was
He obviously doesn't
here.
have contacts.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, leave everything. He's packed. He literally opens up a suitcase. I'm like, oh, suitcase?
For the babies.
Grab a Ralph's bag. Like, we got to get the fuck
I
out of
left
here.
with an extra pair of sweatpants and an extra shirt. That's what he allowed me to grab for
He
myself.
goes, didn't you Postmate dinner? And I was like, yeah, I don't know where it is. And he's like, well, we should bring it. And I was like, we can Postmate something else. Like, I was literally hysterical. So I'm holding a baby. He's holding a baby. And I'm just like, it's okay. It's okay. And the baby's looking at me like, why do you wake me up?
Yeah, I know.
We pack up the cars. The wind is so bad that like the car door keeps slamming shut. Like it's like end of the world shit. I'm in his car. I'm driving. We're like,
He has all 5 animals. I have the 2 babies.
And now I'm getting, and by the way, I don't want this to sound like it's annoying that people care, but I was getting texts from people I haven't talked to in like 20 years.
Yeah, me too.
Literally just being like, are you alive?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I got that too.
And I was just like, it made it scarier because I was like, oh, it's over. Like, and it was very scary, but I was just like, whoa. So it's like, I'm trying to, like book this Airbnb and then it's like another text from somebody I've talked to in 25 years.
Oh, so inconvenient.
Just being like, I'm crying right now. Is your house going to be on the news? Like literally shit. And I'm just like, thank you, heart, thank you, heart. But also, I don't know. So yeah, anyways, we get to the Airbnb. Like now there's smoke in the air. It's like so ashy. It's so scary. So we're terrified. The baby's breathing it in and all that. So then doesn't matter. We're safe. We're so grateful. Everything's okay. We were evacuated for like 2 weeks. We had to actually move Airbnbs because our current Airbnb then went into another evacuation order because of another fire, which happened at our last house we lived in, where we started dating and stuff. The house that had the pool and like the view. If you remember from the videos, like we lived there for a few years. So we're watching the news, right? And we're like praying. We're just like, oh my God, like feeling horrible about everything going on. And then it's like, breaking news, new fire, the Sunswept Fire, which is the name of our old street. And we were like, huh? And then the news starts playing and our old house is on the news and the one right in front of it is burning down.
It's
and
a
I'm
hillside, yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God, this is the craziest.
Our realtor's texting us like, Sunswept is burning. And we were like, oh my God.
So now we're getting alerts saying, because now we're really close to that one. And I was just, so then we moved Airbnbs again. We really thought it was over. Once again, we're so grateful. We really thought the house was gone.
There were a few days where it was just, the fire line was less than a mile away from this house. And it's like the winds were blowing so fast. Any wind in this direction, this neighborhood was gone.
And I will say, not to just continue to justify it, But I was at the worst stage of the flu that night. So I had a fever. I like couldn't function. I was like pissing out of my ass. And now we're being evacuated. It's the end of the world. So I felt like, and I was driving, but like
so
with
sorry.
the fever and like
God,
whatever.
And I'm yelling
So
at Shane like, well, you still need to help.
And I get emotional when I'm sick. So I do. Like I cry.
No,
when
he
I'm
does.
Sick.
He
So
gets
now
needy
I'm
and
sick,
wants me to be
emotional.
So I have 3 children at this point and 5 animals.
Anyways, but to lighten the mood, I was telling Jerid about this. A little funny thing that happened. So we're in the Airbnb, and I'm like, okay, we just need to watch YouTube or something. Like, I need to get my mind off this. And I go to YouTube, and like, it showed like that somebody else was signed in, and I was just like, wait, what? And then I realized it was Black China.
Wait,
Huge.
what?
And listen, I'm not.
That's huge.
I don't think I'm doxing her, right? But
No,
like,
not at all. She did it.
right? Okay, so Black China, and it's like it's like an email name, right? So it's like her real name, like whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, that picture.
What was it? No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, that picture looks just like Black China.
It really gave him like a half an hour of being an investigative reporter.
Yeah, I mean that is
He
such
was
a.
like, isn't this great? And I'm just like, Shane.
So she had just stayed there before you.
Well, I started thinking that, but then I went to I was like, I'm not going to look at Black China's homepage. Like, so I got out of it, but then the actual TV was signed into Black China. And so the whole TV, all the, like everything, right? And I was just like, I think we're in Black China's house. Like, listen, it wasn't a mansion. It was like a very,
I
like,
think it's like her rental house.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
like a
it
rental
was
property.
it was a nice
so
house.
nice. We were so grateful for it, but yeah, it wasn't a mansion or anything. But I was just like, I think we're in Black China's fucking house. And I was like, this is everything. This is so crazy.
We're in her investment property.
Yeah, that's so funny. What the
It was a nice way to break up the horror of everything. So thank you, Black China.
And you didn't go through. That is such a like personal thing to leave your YouTube logged in, and someone can just see everything you watch. Like,
I know.
And then I got really scared that I was doing that at all the places we were staying. And so
yeah,
then
you were.
Shane went in. Yeah, I did. And Shane went in and logged me out remotely.
yeah. So yeah, that's how it went. How did you guys deal with that? You were pretty far, although a fire did break out near you, kind of.
I know there was like a small fire near us. It was because our area typically does around this time of year have fires here and there. Like nothing that's ever made us evacuate. But I mean, gratefully, and we're blessed enough that there wasn't anything near us. But it was more about watching the news and kind of staying in tune with what was going on around here for you guys.
Yeah.
Like I hadn't really known that there was an accurate map that was updated like every couple of minutes, and I was out to eat, and I was able to find your guys' house on the map, and I was like, holy shit! I don't know how like what the scale of this map is, but it looks like it's right there, you know. And I think I annoyed you a little bit, you know.
No, you did not.
I know I didn't, but it was like the whole time we were at dinner, it was so surreal because I was out with Sandy's sisters. We were, eating food with a bunch of people, and just in the corner of the room was this huge TV with this fire going on, and it was like, I can't even imagine being, connected exactly to it. Just like knowing you guys were going through it was a lot, but it was surreal, man. Just to see all the houses that got burned down, like
it is great. It is a wild feel. Like, 'cause I didn't have to evacuate, but there was that one that sprung up in the Hollywood Hills that was like,
Oh,
if it
yeah.
had gone the other way, the direction it would have like come. I would have had to evacuate. It would have been like, because I'm right at the base of like the Los Feliz ones. And I don't know. It was just like not that I went through anything, but it was just interesting being like, oh shit, like let me pack. I have to, because I'll pack just in case. And it's like, well, fuck. What do you bring? I mean, I wasn't in a rush like you guys, but it was more just like I had time to be like,
What's important?
well, yeah, like what? Like I don't care about a lot of this stuff. Like it makes you realize, like, oh, I don't care about this stuff, but then like also I want to not have it burn. It was just it's just an odd like thing to go through.
Yeah. What was your situation? Because you were kind of. I'm trying to figure out where the fire was and where you were, but it was pretty close.
It got pretty close because there's a mountain, like Topanga Canyon is not far from me, those mountains over there. And so it's a thing that like just kept slowly getting worse. And I kept getting like one client would message me being like, I have to cancel the next month. I don't know where I'm going to be. This is crazy. My house is like about to be on fire. I had to evacuate. And that it happened with one. And then it happened with another. And then it happened with another. And then it happened with another. Because at first I was like, oh, my poor friends or my poor clients. But then it was just like everyone I knew is evacuating. And I'm looking at maps and fire keeps spreading. And I'm like, this is really scary, and I can see smoke from the freeway when I drive, but it's not near me yet. But as the days went on, one night I went to throw out trash, and I looked, and the whole like top of the mountain was just on fire.
Yeah.
And it looked like a movie. Like it looked like the apocalypse. And I was like, how have I not gotten an evacuation notice? Like the mountain right there, I can see it, is on fire. And so that was really scary. And that night I was like, maybe I'll stick it out until I get, because I just really didn't want to have to leave my place. And like, I'm going to try one more night and see how this goes. Maybe they'll stop it. But that whole night I kept like waking up, having nightmares that like the whole building around me was on fire and stuff. I didn't sleep at all. And then the air quality got really bad the next day. I went to Home Depot to try to get like mask and air filters. All of it was sold out. You couldn't get any of these things anywhere. And yeah, the air quality just got so bad. Like the wind was blowing like black smoke into my building and stuff. And so I had to leave. And yeah, it was just really, really scary. I mean, it sucked for me, but it didn't get as close to me as it did for you guys or a lot of friends and clients. So I was more worried for you guys, but yeah, it was awful, and it is still awful. It's still going. It's insane. Like,
still literally happening. Which that's the other thing. Which, not to like start beef with
arsonists.
Fuck arsonists.
No, not to, listen. Here's the thing. I appreciate the news because it gives us information, right?
Yeah.
But the way that the news turned this into the fucking Oscars and / the Super Bowl. First of all, I appreciate the newscasters. They were up all night. But the more the fire, like the longer it went, they were just looked like they were going to the Oscars. They had graphics. It was like Fire Watch 2025. Like they had a theme song. There was one. I wanted to record it, but I kept missing it. But like before commercial, it'd be like, we'll be right back with more fire coverage. And it was like, boom, and then it had fire alarms in the song.
No way.
There was like the guy in the back room like, hit the intro. And then like all intense, like a tropic
and then like
thunder.
all the newscasters' wigs got better and better and better. The budget was getting higher and higher and higher. It was getting to a point where I was like, oh, the news is making money right now.
And
everybody's watching.
I mean, we watched nonstop for maybe 6 or 7 days.
Yeah.
And at every top of the hour, now normally this would be this, but it's this. And then they roll the intro for the new hour. And
oh, yeah.
You got to give credit to the reporters. They got like balls, man, going out there. How much questions they ask a person.
Did you see the clip of the guy interviewing, was it Dennis Quaid?
Yeah.
Yes.
The actor?
That was so
Did you see that?
Yeah.
You need to watch it.
Wait, he's in a car?
It's 15 minutes long. Dennis Quaid, I think it's Dennis Quaid, right?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
Literally packing his daughter's clothes. He's trying to get out. And the reporter's just like, you never know what's going to happen here in Hollywood. We got Dennis Quaid evacuating for his life. And Dennis is like, hey. And then he goes, hey, Dennis, hey, come here real quick.
Hey, how are you? Dennis, say hi to NBC. Hello, everybody. Los Angeles.
And then he starts just like having a podcast with Dennis Quaid.
But he does like, he's doing a bit and laughing and joking and smiling.
He literally, so they're talking, Dennis Quaid's being really nice, and the interviewer is like so excited. And then Dennis is like, well, I gotta get back so I don't, die. And so he starts trying to put all these boxes in his car, and the reporter literally goes, as you can see behind me, Dennis Quaid thinking he's going to get that box in his car. Good luck, Dennis Quaid. You think you're a superhero? Come on, man.
Unfortunately, we're not all one big car. So,
so then Dennis Quaid finally gets in the car, is about to leave, and the reporter goes, oh, hold on, knocks on Dennis Quaid's window. Dennis Quaid unrolls it, and he's like, hey, Dennis, so I had a little dog in there. What's that pooch's name? And he does an interview with the dog. Like, listen, it was kind of iconic.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, you know what? If that reporter would have been in our backyard,
we were talking about that.
maybe it would have like lightened
would have
the
been
mood.
over because Shane would have been like crying and you need to leave. This is assault. And I'd probably be like trying to make jokes like it's okay. He's my crazy husband.
I wish I got you guys.
He might be the hero we didn't know we needed.
Honestly,
a little bit.
He lightened the mood. He really did. Well, I'm so glad that we're all safe. We're all good. Thank you guys for sending us so many messages and checking in on us. But yeah, the show can go on. Guys, it's time. It's time to be the best version of you can and feel like you have your ducks in a row, which, by the way, I don't quite understand that term. Why are the ducks in a row? Well, either way, it is really scary and really complicated to even think about finances, but it always feels so much better to just get a grip on it, face the music, and get your ducks in a row, metaphorically. So that's why I'm so happy that today's episode is sponsored by Rocket Money. That's right, Rocket Money is an all-in-one personal finance app that helps you cancel subscriptions, lower your bills, and manage your money better. I've been talking about Rocket Money for so long. So many of you guys have been using them and loving them. They have so many amazing features. The canceling unwanted subscriptions is something I have been raving about because with just a few taps, Rocket Money will identify all of your subscriptions. Then you can select the ones you don't want anymore and they will get rid of them. And I know what you're thinking. Well, how many unwanted subscriptions do I really have? So many. When I first tried Rocket Money, the amount of unwanted subscriptions I had was actually insane. I mean, I had subscriptions for like weird face morphing apps where it was like, turn your head into an egg. And I was like, I'm paying $1 for this every month. And just by helping people cancel unwanted subscriptions, Rocket Money has saved over $500 million for their members in just canceling unwanted subscriptions. Rocket Money has also saved its customers up to $740 a year when you use all the app's premium features. They also can help lower your bills. All you gotta do is take a picture of your bill, submit it, and with just a few taps, Rocket Money will help negotiate your bills for you to get it to the lowest possible price they can. They also help you set budgets. So if you're going into the year and you're like, you know what, I wanna spend this amount of money on this and I wanna save this amount on this, Rocket Money will help create customized budgets for you. They'll notify you when you have upcoming charges or when you're getting close to maxing out your budget. They really will help you in so many different ways when it comes to getting your finances in order. So to take control of your finances today, go to rocketmoney.com/grower to get started for free. Join the over 5 million members using Rocket Money today. Once again, that's rocketmoney.com/grower or click the link in the description below to get started for free. You can also unlock even more features with premium. So thank you so much, Rocket Money. And yeah, if anybody knows the origin of the ducks in a row, can you leave it in the comments? Because I don't think I ever want to say it again. All right, enjoy the rest of the show. Bye. So I want to do my favorite new segment, which is the rabbit hole. This is the craziest feeling I've ever had while watching YouTube. And that's saying a lot because I watch a lot of weird shit. So I saw a video on my homepage and it was by a YouTuber named Benjamin Dahl, right? And it was called I DoorDashed Overnight in Los Angeles. Parenthesis, bad idea. So the video was really entertaining and he was DoorDashing. It was like 4 a.m. and he was just showing, the process of being a DoorDasher and like how it works and all that and how much money he was making. It was really good. So I'm watching it. So then I go to his channel and he has shorts. So I'm watching the shorts and it's him just like kind of showing like, all right, got another order. Here we go. So let me show you this one.
I'm so intrigued right now by what I'm about to say. What is going to happen?
My name is Benjamin, and I'm a personal shopper in Los Angeles. I'm currently shopping 2 orders, one for a YouTuber that I've watched for like 10 years, which is pretty cool, and the other order is for a new customer who I've never delivered to before. The only item on the first order...
So I'm watching it, right? And I'm not thinking me. I'm like, I'm thinking, YouTubers or whatever. I'm just watching it.
Is it you?
The only item on the first order was goat milk baby formula, which I didn't even know was a thing until recently. Unfortunately, they were out of stock even after checking with a team member, and the customer wasn't able to substitute, so I just canceled the order. The second customer...
Okay, so I'm like... goat milk baby formula, right? So I'm
At
like
our Target,
I'm like, okay, there's no way. That would be so random for me to stumble upon a Postmates channel who did. Okay, so I'm like, okay, that's crazy. So then I go to the comments, and all the comments are like, it was Shane. I'm like, that's weird. How do they know? But
because I can't shut up about how we had to do goat milk formula.
But he wasn't like responding to them. He wasn't confirming or anything. So then I was like, let me see. So I go to my Postmate app, and I'm like, I search goat milk. It pops up, and I had an order with Benjamin where goat milk formula wasn't available, so I had to cancel it. And I was just like, oh my God, this is so crazy. So then I search in my phone, and not only have I had him as a Postmate before, but me and Benjamin have a past.
Oh my God.
He has been my Postmate to a point where I thought, so it's actually not Postmates, it's another app called Shipped, which is like a version of Postmates. So I thought I have got Benjamin so many times that I thought it was AI. Like I thought it wasn't real. Because it's like, hey, it's Benjamin. I'm your, I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, fuck off, fake Benjamin. I know that's not real. Like I literally was like, there's no way that I'm getting the same person every time. It's a robot. And literally it was him. So then I look and I'm like, oh my God. So I find the whole goat milk saga, but I'm looking through and I'm like, wow, we have had so many interactions and we're like close. Like I was like,
close.
Look at this. I said, oh my God, thank you. You just made my day. And he's like, oh, you're welcome. And I'm like, we're sending smiley faces to each other.
Are you flirting with him?
Kind of. And then Spencer, you're a part of this. So I've never met Benjamin, right? And I'm like, how have I never met him? I've had him so many times, but I'm going through it in my head and I'm like, for some reason, every time I've had Benjamin as a Postmate, something happens where I can't get it. Cause I usually I'm usually always going out and meeting the Postmate, grabbing the item. But there was one time where I was sick. There was one time where I was feeding the babies. And there was one time where me and Spencer were filming a video and Spencer went out and grabbed it. Cause I was like, oh, can you grab that?
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, they don't have the Reese's Bats and the Reese's Pumpkins. And I was like, oh, the main thing I need. And then he's like, oh, actually I found them. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. So he was kind of a part of the podcast too.
Oh my God.
Because we did a whole thing about the Reese's Pumpkins and stuff.
Wow.
So now I've kind of turned into a stalker a little bit.
Not
Not really.
Just hoping you'll get
I can't
Benjamin.
tell.
You can
I
run
want to
out.
meet him. So I'm like, okay, so now I'm like watching his video. Go subscribe. He's really good. So I'm watching his videos and stuff, and I'm like, wow, this is so weird. Like my Postmate is now I'm a fan, which is weird because like if he rolls up to my house, I'm gonna fangirl and like he's gonna be uncomfortable. So now I keep trying to get him. You know, it's just like I'm like, oh no, and I'm like, is it Benjamin? And then it's like, it's Natalie. I'm like, what? Thank you, Natalie, but where's Benjamin? Like, I want to have a meet and greet. So Benjamin, if you're out there, I appreciate you so much. You are so nice and polite. The smiley faces really do make my day, and I can't wait to meet you one day in the future. Maybe you can come on the podcast.
That would be crazy.
Should we take a shift right now and see if we get Benjamin? And then if it's Benjamin, he comes on.
We need milk.
What's his average time that he works?
You can put the call out there for goat milk, and I'm sure he'll know about it.
We're so over formula.
We need like Benjamin.
Should I do
bait.
Target?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do Target because that is where.
Do they have?
That's his
milk?
territory.
You're gonna do it. It's gonna be another name. You're like, fuck this.
Canceled.
Okay, I'm doing it.
This is so funny.
Okay, so I placed the order. I don't know who I got
If
yet.
it's Natalie, we're gonna be pissed.
She's gonna be like, deliver,
Natalie.
like, fucking thank you, go.
Okay, so while that's happening, so that was my rabbit hole. It was very specific and very weird. And then, okay, so this is before the fires. So then I know where he lives because he films his life, and I'm just like, oh my God, he's close to the fires too. So then the fires happen, and honestly, one of my first thoughts was, is Benjamin okay? So then I'm watching YouTube, and he posts a video a couple nights later, and it's like postmating in LA or whatever. I'm watching it, and then in his video, the fires happen. He's like, this was crazy, the fire. I'm gonna have to stop filming this video, and I was just like, oh my God, he's okay, but like that was scary. It came close. So once again, Benjamin, happy you're okay. Did you guys have any rabbit holes you fell down?
I mean, I have one. I love actors. I love watching actor interviews. I love like when an actor goes super method and does something like nuts, and it becomes like a news story that you hear about.
Yeah.
Like, did you hear about like Jerid Leto, what he did when he became? I'll get to him. We'll
Didn't he
save
buy
him
an
for that.
island?
So that's a whole other thing.
Cult at some point.
Not the acting. We're talking about acting, but yes, he also maybe is a cult leader. That's for another time.
Good for
but,
him. Looking like
Good for
that
him.
at that age, I'm gonna join.
So, for those who don't know, method acting is a technique where you like, rather than pretending, you're kind of trying to embody the character. You're like trying to become rather than pretend. You're trying to like identify with their emotions and motivations. And so like,
I can't take them seriously.
there's been a million cases of like them kind of going too far. Al Pacino in 1992 for Scent of a Woman played a blind man, went to a facility where blind individuals lived, and he like lived amongst them. And then when he went on set, he told the entire cast and crew to treat him as though he was blind, and like that's what he did for the entirety of the movie. And that's a little strange. Jeremy Strong, while filming the trial of the Chicago 7, there's a scene where like police are like attacking people and stuff, and he told the police to like, the people playing police to actually, he's like, I want you to really rough me up, and I need you to use real tear gas on me. I don't know if they did, but that's what he said. Daniel Day-Lewis has done this many times. He locked himself in solitary confinement for 3 days without drinking water for the film In the Name of the Father. He lost 50 pounds. In The Last of the Mohicans, he spent an entire month living in the wilderness, learning to hunt with like tomahawks and like skin animals. While filming Gangs of New York, he insisted on wearing period piece like clothing, appropriate clothing only, so he got a pneumonia and almost died from this. And then the last one for Daniel Day-Lewis is when he was filming Lincoln, which I'm pretty sure he won the Oscar for. He was playing President Lincoln, and he demanded the entire cast and crew call him Mr. President, including Steven Spielberg, who directed the film, had to call him Mr. President. And when he won the Oscar, he thanked his wife for dealing with all these strange different men over the years, because he stays in character the entire time he's filming. So even his wife has to deal with Lincoln or whoever he.
Do you see what I mean? It's annoying.
I'm surprised you didn't mention Heath Ledger, because the Joker is like a very notorious one that people talk about. But there is a funny like little side piece that I think it was who was in Rain Man? Who's like the guy in Rain Man with Tom Cruise?
Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman. Yeah, thanks, dude. He was in a movie, and the character was supposed to be like an insomniac that had been up for days. So he stayed up for like 60 hours in order to look this tired and act this way. And he was acting, and he told I think it was Marlon Brando or someone like that. Oh yeah, I stayed up for 60 days to like get like this, and the guy said, "Why don't you just try acting?"
Nice.
Such like a boss thing to say, like,
Yikes.
or act, you know. But I mean, Daniel Day-Lewis, to watch the guy on film, it's incredible. But yes, I would agree with Ryland that being around it is probably very,
awful.
very. It's like I married this guy,
Honestly,
and for the past 10 years, I've been married to like 5 fucking weirdos that he's playing in movies. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Imagine being Rachel McAdams as Regina George and just being like, a fucking bitch all day.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm in character.
that would. I was gonna say that'd be a nice way to get a pass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe that's why they do it.
The thing that pisses me off about it is like certain people are like the craft. It's incredible, and it's like he's just being he's being what he thinks
Like,
this guy is like.
I think it's cool that Daniel Day-Lewis has like enough respect for himself to demand that Steven Spielberg calls him Mr. President, and it's to have that. I mean, I think what you do, I think that's kind of interesting, but then when you're bringing it home to your wife, it's like, enough.
But the last two that I wanted to mention is Jared Leto played the Joker in the original Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And in that movie, before they even began filming, he gifted famously the cast members different gifts. Like at the table read, the first table read of the script, there was like a dead pig at the table read that he sent over there.
It seems kind of try hard a little bit to me.
Yeah, it does.
You know, it's kind of like, dude, you ain't punk, bro.
Yeah.
Was it cooked or just a dead pig?
I don't know. And then he sent
Because that'd be considerate to be a cooked pig.
Yeah, nice.
Honey baked pig. No?
That'd be like
That's sweet.
That's how Chris describes ham as a dead pig.
but they got weirder. So he sent Margot Robbie a live rat. That was her gift from Mr. J, the Joker.
Yeah, PETA might get involved. That's weird.
And then he gave other cast members dildos, switchblades, X-rated magazines, and allegedly a used condom.
I draw the line at dildos.
Yeah, that's
he-
That's
weird.
too much.
Send me a knife.
Not the used
harassment.
condom. I draw the used condom. Is pretty
Used
wild.
condoms?
Allegedly a used condom. Yeah. That's,
He should have just set
don't
bags
know.
of
Yeah.
dog poop on fire on their front porch, you know? Kept it old school.
and on the set, he told everyone he only responded to Mr. J. If you called him Jared or Leto, his real name, he wouldn't respond.
Did the
Only
Joker
Mr.
call
J.
himself Mr. J?
I guess Harley Quinn called him
Mr.
that. I don't know, in the comics and stuff, yeah. And then very last one is Shia LaBeouf. When he acted in Fury with Brad Pitt, he stopped showering because it was a war movie, a World War II movie, and they were in a tank for a period of time, and so he wanted that to be real. So he just didn't shower, and that was really tough for the other actors, caused a lot of negativity amongst them. They were really angry. He needed to have a tooth removed for the movie, and it didn't look good enough what they were, the like black like paint they were putting on the tooth. So he got it removed for real. No doctor would do it, so he had to allegedly go to some guy in Reseda that just like pulled his
His
tooth
are
out.
kind of iconic.
His words.
Yeah.
They put like a cut prosthetic on his face that he felt didn't look real enough. So another actor said that he walked out, said, "Hey, check this out," sliced open his cheek, and then during the rest of the time they were filming, he kept opening it so it looked good for the film. Yeah. So just these sort of
that
things.
was great, dude. I felt like I
a good
just
one.
watched the Mojo video. The top 10 character actors. Yeah, dude.
Well-
but Shia LaBeouf, I can't hear the guy's name without saying he is an incredible actor.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion, he is by far one of the greats of the generation. He's incredible to watch.
Okay, guys, sorry to break up this rabbit hole, but I just got the notification that I have a shipped.
Oh my gosh.
I feel
Rabbit
like
hole unlocked.
You would have squealed if it was Brandon.
I haven't seen it
You
yet.
haven't looked?
Oh. His
Someone
name
else
is
looked.
Benjamin.
Oh shit!
Is it?
Do you want me to tell you?
Here we go.
I'm nervous for you.
Hey Shane, your shop. Oh.
Who is it?
Your shopper Kai. Should I cancel? No, that's mean. That's mean.
Just say, hey, do you know Benjamin?
Hey
you bring
Kai,
Ben-
thank you so much. But quick question, do you know Benjamin?
Here's $5. Can you just call it off and not downstar me?
Wow. Well, Benjamin, next time.
You're gonna
Have you
spend so much money on
Tylenol?
chips.
Spencer, do you have any rabbit holes that you fell down?
Yeah, so I have two-ish. One, when we were talking about it, was more came from Shane, which is my fucked up Instagram.
Have you guys seen this?
What?
Okay,
I try not to.
so Instagram's
I'm
new
just
thing, they let you know if people you follow have liked videos just
Yes.
on Reels. and
What?
stuff. It's a newish thing. It'll be like,
Oh, up at the top.
yeah, it'll be like Ryland.
No,
it'll be
no,
like
no.
a little thing.
It's on my explore page. The algorithm will recommend me these reels that have 1 like, no views, but it'll say liked by Spencer. So they're like recommending me his explore page.
That is so.
It's
that
really
is
weird.
Unreal. I don't want people being fed what I've liked.
Well, they
You
are.
definitely don't want people
You,
being fed.
I don't know how I got in your explore page.
Whoa.
But it is fucking crazy.
What's he
Let's
liking?
look at it. Let's look at it. What do
did
you got?
say- this has been happening for a year, and I've never mentioned it to
Oh,
you.
really?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
You've just been spying.
Well, I would say
silently?
recently it's gotten weirder.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think you were just saying, like, in a voice that we were talking about something else. It's like, hey, I got, it was a video of 1 like, and it was like a crazy guy screaming or
Yes.
like,
So the video that I got, so I'm like, I'm trying to get my mind off the fires and trying to, just have a nice Instagram scroll. And I'm like, dee. And then I get this video of like a guy and his face is blue, but he's in a black room and there's a flashlight on his face and he's crying and screaming, don't give up on your dreams! Never give up on your dreams! Even if everybody tells you to give up on your dreams! And it has 1 like, liked by Spencer. And I was just like, what is this? So then I scroll again, and for some reason, it never shows me you guys, only Spencer's likes. And they're fucking like, sometimes I almost want to text you and be like, how did you get here?
that's a good, okay, so that used to be my TikTok, but then I got off TikTok. And so I think recently it's been like pushing it more on Instagram or something. I don't know, but it's been good. I've been really happy with my reels.
Nice.
What was your other rabbit
Yeah,
hole?
so then the other one I got that was more of like a real one, which is, so there's this like mysterious Sony patent. They've had it since like the early 2000s, and it's this like, it came out recently. It's like, this is this weird technology Sony has like the rights to create. They haven't ever released anything with it, but it's basically this way to like turn watching an ad into, you have to like, so look at this figure. It says a guy,
Who drew this?
I
Wait,
know,
this is
I
a
know.
legal document?
this is like in like the government like approved this.
Wow.
And then it says like, say McDonald's to end commercial.
What?
And so you have to get up and say, stand up.
I love that.
He break his arms?
McDonald's.
Will YouTube Premium let us bypass this?
Why is the TV on the ground? No offense, but
It's a weird drawing, but it's basically this like, it got me down this weird idea, sort of like thought rabbit hole.
yeah.
I couldn't really find other stuff, but it's like, it's the secrets that like these giant companies are hiding. Like they've had this, and so this is like a quote from the thing: a system for converting television commercials into interactive networked video games. The verbal commercial ender is just one of several advertising solutions outlined in the patent.
To force you to pay attention.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Force you to pay attention to these ads and like throw pickle in burger to speed up commercial.
What? Wait, that sounds fun.
Kind of fun. Yeah. As long as it's fun.
Wait a minute. So when was this patented?
It was like around 2004, between 2004 and like 2009.
So you can actually look into patents, and it's like public information. You can see what these companies are patenting like years before. But Apple, 20 years ago, had a whole patent for Apple Vision Pro, which, by the way, rest in peace.
God, I'm
for
so
real.
pissed that you got
20
me
years
onto
in the
that.
making, and it lasted a week.
I called it. I
Horrible.
knew that was going to be such a flop of a product. I put that thing on my head and I was like, this is trash. I'll revisit it once it's in sunglass
Yeah.
form.
But literally,
yeah.
20 years ago, they had the whole picture, the vision, the whole thing, and they patented it. I'm like, wow, they've like 20 years ago, they knew they'd be able to do that. So what else do they know that they're going to be able to do 20 years from now?
I know. It's like with AI and everything. Like, what are they like? What are they just like hide? You know what I mean? What do they have patented? I don't know. It just really like threw me for a loop.
Hey, sorry to interrupt the episode. Please don't go anywhere. Guys, Valentine's Day is coming, and I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, what do I get my significant other? What do I get the person who loves me so much, who knows me so well, who most likely needs a lot of space from me? I have just the idea. It's RAYCON's Everyday Earbuds. Let me set the scene. You're sitting on the couch. You and your partner just watched Love is Blind. You're leaning over every 5 seconds going, what did you think when you first saw me for the first time? Did you want to run away? And they lie. Well, after about 2 hours of listening to you fish for compliments, your partner might want a little bit of space. Well, luckily, with that perfect gift you got them, the RAYCON Everyday Earbuds, they can just tap into isolation mode and you disappear. Oh, so peaceful. But oh no. They've been isolating for so long, the earbuds are starting to die. Well, that wouldn't happen because they have 32 hours of battery life. They also start at just half the price of the other premium audio brands. And they come in fun colors. You guys know this. I've talked about it before. The purple, the blue, the rose gold. You and your partner can get matching earbuds and isolate together. That's romantic. But also my favorite feature they have is a multi-point connectivity, which basically means you can be connected to 2 different things at once. So you can have your Raycons connected to your laptop and your phone. So for me, when I'm on my walking pad and I'm doing work on my laptop, I could literally be doing that and then go to my phone, check something out, hear what's happening, go right back to my laptop. I don't have to like switch and do the Bluetooth and unconnect and all that crap. It's so easy. And for somebody who, sweats a lot, Raycon is amazing. They're water and sweat resistant, and they also have a 30-day happiness guaranteed return policy. No questions asked. So please, if you haven't checked out Raycons yet, check it out. Go to their site. They're offering you guys up to 20% off site-wide. All you got to do is go to buyraycon.com/grower. And they have more than just earbuds. They have so many different items. So check it out. And once again, it's buyraycon.com/grower to get up to 20% off site-wide. So thank you so much, Raycon, for making Valentine's Day so much lovelier. All right, thank you, Raycon, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the episode. Bye. Guys, we know it's Valentine's Day. We've talked about it. And there is nothing I love. Well, obviously family, my pets. But when you go down the list of things I love, you know what's really close to the top? Casinos. Everything about them. I love the smell. I love the nostalgia. I love how everybody calls you honey. I like the woman who coughs on my neck, doesn't apologize. It's heaven. But if you can't get to a casino, or you know what? You just want something fun to do while you're laying on the couch that reminds you of the casino. DraftKings Casino got you covered. That's right. Get your dollars up with Dollar Up on DraftKings Casino. Hit the reels for a modern take on old school styled slots. And they're giving you guys a very special deal. New players can play $5 to get a spin on the mystery wheel for a shot at up to 2,000 in casino credits. Just download the app and sign up with code GROWER. Then play Dollar Up exclusively on DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. And as always, if you have a gambling problem, there is help. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. 1 per new customer. Play $5 and spin wheel to receive between $10 and $2,000 in non-withdrawable casino credits for select games that expire in 168 hours. Terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends February 16th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, thank you, DraftKings Casino, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Bye. Really quick before we get to conspiracies, I have to give a shout out. We got an email from Catrin, and this is the most iconic email ever. The subject, I beat cancer.
Yes.
First of all, claps already. She said, "Hi all, I absolutely love the podcast. You have all gotten me through the toughest thing I've ever had to deal with. I'm a 20-year-old single mom and I just beat cancer. Yesterday, I rang the bell and I left the hospital for the final time. Thank you guys so much for doing what you do. You have no idea the impact you have. Here's a video of me ringing the bell and the photo I got with my fuck cancer cake. Love you guys so much. It would mean so much to me if this made it into the episode." So let me show you guys. First of all, her with her iconic fuck cancer cake.
Oh my
so
God.
cute. Oh my God, so sweet. And then here is the video of her ringing the bell.
Good for you. And honestly, I can't even imagine to be so strong and go through all of that as not only a mom, but a single mom and fearing for your literal life. Oh my God. Wow. Congratulations.
It's incredible.
Thank you so much for sharing that. That was the sweet. Spencer sent me that and I was just like, oh my God. I don't know. I was already so excited to do the show today and just get back into this and have fun, and seeing that just was incredible. So thank you, Catrin. We love you so much and we're so happy for you.
We love you. Congratulations.
Yes. Okay. Are we ready for Conspiracy Corner? And guys, this isn't just Conspiracy Corner. Oh, this is Conspiracy Cul-de-sac.
Oh yeah, that's a perfect way of putting it.
What I'm trying to say is we have so many conspiracies from all around. We really don't have a theme for this episode, so I don't really know what I'm going to call this episode, but we have so many. I don't even know where to start. Okay, I'm going to start with this one. This freaked me out. So have you guys heard about Disneyland's secret entrances in their bathrooms?
No.
No.
Okay, so
You locked.
Yeah, why would anyone want to enter into
You
a
really haven't seen
bathroom?
these reels? Okay, here's the thing. First of all, Disney.
Who's liking them? Who's feeding them to you?
Okay, first of all, Disneyland, do not sue me. This is all just a theory. But there are, and I think a lot of the videos are AI. I don't think they're real. But do you know all the theories that they have the underground tunnels, which I think we...
Theories. That's true.
They're real.
Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't say it. But they have all these underground tunnels. They have all these the whole goal of Disneyland from Walt Disney was to create this, place where he'd have a bubble over it and there'd be underground tunnels and it's, all that, whatever. So there was all these theories that there's secret entrances to the underground tunnels in different areas of the park. So people started posting these videos of like going into a Disneyland bathroom and lifting up one of the tiles on the floor, and then you can see into the tunnel, which...
Jump in. Do they go?
Jump in.
Do not jump in. If that's real, don't jump in.
If I'm seeing a tunnel
Send
and I
a
have
drone down.
access
Send a drone
to
down.
the famed underground walkways, you better believe I'm going.
Well, there was a story, and I don't know if it's fake or not. It might be, but there was a story a couple years ago about a girl who did get lost through. Did you hear about this? Like,
Vaguely.
In one of the secret entrances is the bathroom. I don't know how real that is, but anyways. So I kind of had forgotten about that, and then Spencer sent me this. This is scary. So this is a video. Allegedly, once again, could not be real, maybe, but this is a video from a Disneyland bathroom.
I'm going soon, and I'm gonna investigate.
Oh my God, please do. So there's a hole, okay, right where the fucking toilet is.
What the?
Oh, it's Disney World. Damn it.
Looks like a women's bathroom. Is there a vending machine in the bathroom?
Wow, that's bougie.
Not to ruin the illusion, but I feel like she went on Final Cut Pro and used the keying effect.
And it really does look like it could just be the plumbing inside of the wall.
Wait, really?
A little bit.
That so looks cut out.
Could be fake, but I don't know. That just was weird to me because I'm like, did
I'd
somebody
be
just...
pulling off that toilet. I'd be...
That's my biggest fear. That's my biggest fear. Somebody like watching me pee. That's every grower's face.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, also, shout out to whoever created that soundbite. It has made me freaked out about the dumbest shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, anything is like, oh my gosh, I'm
It's like the
super
Stranger
captivated.
Things.
Listen to the music and imagine you're me and you're on the couch at 3 a.m. and you're watching your Postmates video.
And then it's like the caption, when you realize the Postmate was delivering to you in this video.
Please make that.
No, proof that we're in the Matrix. And then anything.
Simulation. You literally.
Just take videos of my chickens and proof that we're in a simulation.
Wow. Chicken reveal. I don't know if you've ever told people you have chickens.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
So this is also interesting. So the Starbucks in Disneyland, but also supposedly the Starbucks everywhere. The water. So you know how they sell water bottles at Starbucks and they're like pretty expensive? But you're like, well, it's better than tap water. Like, okay, I'll just get the bottle. Supposedly the actual tap water at Starbucks is way better and way cleaner than bottled water because it has to be because they use that filtered tap water for their coffee.
What?
So it's literally like the water at Starbucks is like really good quality.
That
like the
is a
tap.
cheap trick.
But they sell the fucking expensive, especially at Disneyland. The bottled water at Disneyland is crazy.
And yes, of course they have to, because if it's an Americano or for the coffee machines, it's water.
It's like triple refined, I believe.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
They do it in every Starbucks because I think when they were expanding, they were like, if we put a Starbucks in a place that has shitty water, like the coffee's gonna taste shitty. So they have these like super like highest grade, whatever, like triple
Oh
filtered.
my God.
Well, you want
on
the
every
water to
Starbucks.
not add any kind of a taste at all or
Yeah.
impurification.
My
of
mind is
coffee.
blown.
I know.
At every coffee shop, you should be ordering their water.
Yeah.
You always got to get a large cup of ice water done.
Damn.
And then you got a cup to pee in if you need it for later down the road.
Instead of all the micro
Life hack.
plastics in the
Life
water
hack.
bottle.
Cheap trick.
Okay. This next one I just thought was very, very funny and also a rabbit hole in itself. Jennifer Coolidge. So listen, Jennifer Coolidge, American treasure. Everybody
Yes.
loves her, an icon, right? Her very specific voice that she does. I can't do it. I'm not going to try.
That sounded good enough. I'd stop there. And I consider that your impression. And
Okay.
it's perfect.
So this has been going viral, and this sent me down a rabbit hole. So this is a clip of Jennifer Coolidge on a red carpet, and she lets slip her real voice.
This is Jennifer Coolidge after sipping on a cold drink. Oh, God. Oh, God. It's not bad. It could be worse. Oh, God, I feel...
Very good.
Do you think it is good or no?
It's very good. Yeah, you're right up there with Ariana's.
Okay, right? So he's imitating her, and then she's like, I don't even know if she knew she was on camera, right? So that was crazy. So then I started Googling Jennifer Coolidge's real voice, because I was like, wait a minute. And it made me feel so stupid.
That's not her real voice.
No, But she hasn't been hiding this. She literally, Stifler's mom from American Pie, literally did the whole performance in her real voice.
3 sheets to the wind, man.
I'm so happy for you. But it takes the edge off, doesn't it?
I thought she was acting. I thought that was her putting on a voice.
No, I don't know when this like character, I don't know when that started, but since that started, she does every red carpet, every interview, everything in that voice. But all the movies and all the TV shows she's been in the past 20 years are all her real voice.
Was it since Legally Blonde?
Maybe. Like, so it's almost like she did, that's smart. She did the Legally Blonde, oh, I want a hot dog real bad.
Makes me want a hot dog real bad.
She did that, and then I think people loved it, so then she did the Cinderella story, where she's like, oh, you know, the Cinderella story? So she did that, and then I think it was like, oh, this is my thing now, but it's not, it's a character.
So,
but it's...
Did she even give her speech when she won for the White Lotus?
Oh my God, yeah.
Thank you so much. Wow. And thank you, Hollywood Foreign Press.
She has given her acceptance speeches. So here's the thing. There's been actors who do a fake voice, like Gilbert Gottfried. He was the parrot. Well, he did so much, but he was the parrot in The Lion King. Yeah. Or Aladdin.
Aladdin, yeah.
So Gilbert Gottfried, who did the voice of the parrot, every interview he did his entire career was in,
he would talk like this. Would you like something to eat? You look like you're getting thin. No, I'm gaining weight.
So then one interview from Howard Stern or something leaked where it was his real voice and he's just talking like this. Yeah. And it like people lost their mind over it and he was like, oh fuck. And I think he even did a documentary about it at one point before he passed away.
Maybe I'll grab a piece of pastry on the way out.
So, but here's the thing. Jennifer Coolidge hasn't been like trying to hide that that's not her real voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's confusing to me. I want to ask her like,
well, I think with someone like her, she's been in the game for so long, and then she found something that works, and now she's having the highest high of her career, that she's like, I know this is a business. I'm running with it. Like, I think for her, it's more like, this is what's working for me, and it's booking me jobs, and I'm going to run with it.
But, like, does she keep it up when she, like, meets her Postmate? Like, does she do, like, thanks, stop. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, because everyone knows who she is. At dinner party, she can be relaxed, but at the grocery store, yes.
Really?
But the fact that she did it while accepting an award is like pretty next level.
Interesting.
And she laid it on so thick there. She's like, oh gosh, wow, gee, this is great.
It's pretty good. Yeah. Well, a little less fun. This theory, have you heard about the fog?
No.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I don't want to get demonetized because this is like a very intense theory that supposedly in the last like few months, there's been this fog that has taken over certain areas around the country that is filled with chemicals and it's making people sick. I don't know who supposedly released it or what's happening. There's videos of it, people talking about it, people getting like their blood tested and being like, oh my God, there's things in my blood from the fog. Like it's very intense.
Or from your house that maybe has mold.
Okay, coming with science. Okay, so here is a video of somebody. I love his hat, by the way.
All right, so it's crazy foggy right now. But the weirdest part is the taste and smell. It smells like after you set off a bunch of fireworks. And like the taste of the air is, I mean, the only word I can think of is toxic.
Why is he going for a walk?
Weird. And so I'm going for my walk.
Right.
Don't go outside.
Like, it's killing me. But also, like, it's like on his hat. Like, do you see all the little white specks all over his hat? I don't know what.
I mean, is this when the fires?
No, this was pre-fire.
This was in like Florida too, I think.
Yeah. So there's all these people were posting all these videos and pictures and showing the fog like through their Ring camera, but it like didn't look like typical fog. It looked like particles. So it's like there's, you know, pictures of that. So this fog was found in Florida, Kansas, North Dakota, Texas, Wisconsin, Iowa, Maryland, Virginia, all over. So it's very scary. The Daily Mail reported the occurrence was similar to something that happened in 1950 called Operation Sea Spray. Have you heard about this?
No.
Okay, so Operation Sea Spray was a secret biological warfare experiment conducted by the US Navy in 1950. So what they did was they sprayed this bacteria all over the San Francisco Bay to determine how vulnerable a large American city may be to a bioweapon attack.
And this is a fact, like they actually did this?
Yeah, this is a real thing, yeah. Didn't tell anyone, tons of people got sick. One person died because they had
What the fuck?
they were like immunocompromised and stuff, and it was crazy. And so a lot of people, and so it was similar. It was like this fog that would just roll. I mean, San Francisco gets a lot of fog anyways, which is probably why they picked there to kind of cover it. But it has a lot of people are saying there is similarities between the two. What, do I look like I'm a crazy anyway? So the fog's coming for us.
The mask and the gloves, you're like the fog guy.
The fog is coming anyway.
It's real, guys. It's fucking
You're
happening.
this guy, but taking precautions.
Yeah, literally.
Well, honestly, it is okay. So over the years, especially with conspiracies, what?
You do. You look like a little disheveled,
Yeah, I feel
you look like a fog guy, dude.
Yeah, fog guy.
He's evacuating from the fog.
But listen, there has been so many over the years, chemtrails, everybody freaking out about that, the fog, the drones. It does feel like it's almost like every month there's a new thing that people are speculating. The government is putting something out or doing something, putting it in the sky or doing this or whatever. And it is sometimes you can kind of laugh it off and be like, okay, whatever. But then sometimes it's with the drone thing, I'm still not past that. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
That's
so it's when you combine that with this fog, once again, I'm not saying it's real or any of that, but it is very interesting.
Starting to seem real.
So yeah, if you've seen this fog or anything, leave us a comment. Let us know your experience with it. We have not seen it. I mean, we saw the other day was crazy foggy, but it was after the fires. It wasn't smoke, but it was super crazy foggy outside. But I was like, well, maybe I just haven't been up this early before because I started waking up early. Is it always like that?
This is what happens before 8 a.m.
Okay, Ryland, wake up. Because this is your theory, baby.
I made a theory.
Yeah.
On accident or for real?
Well, you've been tricked by it. Okay. Fake influencers, guys. We have talked about this over the months. It is getting crazier and crazier, but it is officially happening. It's done. It's over. We're out of jobs. Okay. Google has created something called VO2, which is an AI generation technology, and they are able to make fully real lifelike influencers and creators. Let me show you some of these examples. It's fucking insane. Okay, here's a makeup girl. So none of these have sound yet.
What?
That's not real. She's not fucking real.
But why?
None of that's real. Okay.
Why?
Here's another one. This is just a girl, doing some sort of podcast.
I hate this.
Literally not real. Okay.
It looks like she's giving me financial advice.
It does, yeah.
This is a product review. One of those tech channels. Literally not real.
Damn.
What the fuck is going
so
on?
Good.
It is
the fake YouTube thing in the back.
The little nuances of his eyes and crazy. This is a travel video. Just a girl traveling, showing the food she's ordering.
Oh my God.
Literally, what the fuck? This one's even crazier. This is two people together.
I hate it. I hate it so
right?
much.
Just sisters.
The punch-ins.
Yeah,
Crazy.
literally.
Crazy.
And none of them were real?
None of them.
No, these are all fake.
Just so they don't have to pay a real person, right? Is that what the point of this is?
I guess, yeah. And then they can pay to promote the post instead of paying the...
So Mark Zuckerberg recently said that this next couple years, he was like, oh, AI is going to be so, he said it different than this, but so fucking next level to a point where it's all going to be AI. Everybody you watch on the internet's going to not be real. Everybody's going to be using avatars of themselves because they don't have to make videos anymore. They can just have an avatar.
They don't have to get ready, don't have to do their hair.
Don't be excited about it.
Oh, cool.
Okay, but here's what it reminds me of. Years ago, early YouTube, there would be these YouTube girls who would be like, hey, I'm just in my room, I'm vlogging, whatever. And then every once in a while they'd throw in a product placement oh, so I got this new lipstick. It's blah, blah, blah. It's really good, whatever. Anyways, you really thought it was normal. But then I would find out behind the scenes, I'd be talking to somebody and they'd be like, oh, well, yeah, that YouTube girl's not real. She's an actress. That's a set. That's not really her bedroom. And the girl was 30 years old, pretending to be 15.
Wouldn't that be so weird, though, if she really got famous on YouTube and then you're out in the world?
She did.
That happened to Lonely Girl.
Yeah. Lonely Girl 15, I believe.
Lonely Girl 15. She was an actress in a fake bedroom talking about things, doing her videos, and then she blew up, and then, they sold the show, whatever. But she was this 15-year-old American girl, and I remember I was a fan. I was like, oh my God, I love Lonely Girl. And then when it leaked that it was all fake, she went on the Tonight Show, and she had an New Zealand accent, and she was 30, and she's an actress, and it was all not. And then I met her at some award show, and I was like, oh my God, you're Lonely Girl. Hello. I was like, this is the craziest shit in the world.
This almost feels like the continuation of that to the where we are now, where it's it started with that, and then it inspired people to do it for real, and then it became a big thing, and now it's people faking it entirely.
Yeah, I'd say most people are faking it. There's a lot of people that are real faking it, but yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, the next step is all these companies being like, oh, why are we going to pay Ryland to talk about our thing when we can just make a gay guy talk about whatever the fuck we want and everybody thinks it's real? Like, and we don't have to pay him. So yeah, don't do that, but you'll do that. Okay, this is very niche and very specific, but this shit threw me through a loop. I was like, because I've seen stores like this and I've never really like investigated it too much. Take a look.
I'm like so scared that I might get a hit on me for saying this, but this bridal shop has been here in my hometown for 2 decades. They've never changed the window displays. Nobody has ever been in or out. It's always locked. There's no website. There's no Facebook page. There's no phone number. This lady has been wearing that cloak since 2006. What the fuck is this place? Help us uncover this mystery.
Okay, so then I go to the comments, and the top comment said, but the windows are so clean.
Oh,
which means
my God, yeah.
people are going in to clean it, but what the fuck is this store?
And she got no, like, you didn't check back for part 2? Or
I did, no part 2. I liked for part 2, and I never got it. Just kept getting Spencer's weird shit. So this is, I don't know, if any of you know about this, or if you live near this, or if you have any intel, please leave it in the comments. Because I honestly want to fly there.
I think it's in New Jersey somewhere.
Honestly, that's a really good conspiracy video, but I don't know that we can swing it with babies.
Conspiracy jet? We all get on a plane and go?
Ooh. We go to like suburban New Jersey and be like, well, here's the store, guys.
It's locked.
Someone just opens it like, oh, do you want a suit? He's like, wait a second.
Yeah, that would be so funny.
Who the fuck are you? Okay, and last little thing before we get to Jerid's theory. Okay, listen. I went into this new year saying, I don't want drama with any companies. I'm not doing that this year. We're having a fresh start. But I have one more little beef I want to pick with Trader Joe's. And listen, I love Trader Joe's.
Do you?
No.
I was going to say, you don't go to Trader listen, Trader Joe's is a great establishment.
Yeah.
It's just not for you.
But when we go there, everybody there's so nice. But then you told me there's a theory that they actually are only nice to you because that's their corporate policy.
Yeah, they like tell you to like flirt and be nice, supposedly.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
I felt very bummed out when I found that out because I was like, I think they just like me.
Yeah. You'll get a lot of beard comments at Trader Joe's.
Maybe I should go there.
Yeah. Okay, so let me just show you this. And it'll make you just as angry as it made me.
Okay, this is how Trader Joe's keeps his prices so low. So they'll find a guy who has his family recipe. Let's say it's like a bundt cake, right? And they're like, we love your bundt cake. We'd love to sign you on exclusively. Here's a lucrative 1-year contract, right? Like the IP is ours now. The intellectual property is ours for this year. Then they, after a year, they're like, no, we're not signing you on again, but the IP is still ours. Like, you didn't read the fine print. This bundt cake that has been in your family for years is now ours. Product of Trader Joe's LLC, Limited Liability Corporation, right? And that's how we get a delicious bundt cake that was stolen from a family for like $5.99. Capitalism.
No.
Is that real or is she an influencer?
I would imagine it's definitely real. I would imagine, but allegedly, allegedly, it's definitely, possibly, maybe real. But this is a very important lesson in if you're gonna sign a contract.
Get a
you
lawyer.
should probably get a lawyer.
I know.
Because contracts wouldn't exist unless someone thought someone was trying to fuck the other one over. So always assume you're getting fucked over a little bit. And I love their orange chicken, but I want to know what's the family getting that made that recipe.
Honestly,
they ain't getting a cut. I ain't fucking eating it
Trader
no more.
Joe's snacks are overrated. I don't want to break Spencer's heart because he loves their Scandinavian swimmers.
I do.
And those
Be
are
careful.
Good. Those are good.
I can tell by his eyes he's not smiling.
Listen, they have a great trail mix that I can...
Stolen.
I go directly there and stock up on my morning oatmeal and
You're the
my
problem.
trail mix.
You're the problem.
And you're the one that eats the trail mix before I can get to it.
I pick out the chocolate and cashews.
Delicious.
Okay, Jerid. You said you had a theory, and you started breaking it down a little bit, and I said, oh my God, what is it?
Well, there's a couple of them. But one of them that I found is, are you guys familiar with D.B. Cooper?
No.
So in the 70s, there was a gentleman an alias D.B. Cooper, and he told the people that he was demanding X amount of money, got onto a plane, and then jumped out of it like in the middle of this plane trip, and he was never to be found again. It was like $200,000, and it was equivalent to like a bank robbery. And for years, since the 70s, people have asked, where is D.B. Cooper? Who is the real D.B. Cooper?
Hunt for the true identity of D.B. Cooper.
They found a couple of parachutes, so they believe that he had a parachute and then a backup parachute. They found pieces of the money that he stole because they had like the marked bills that they had given him. And recently it's been discussed that possibly D.B. Cooper never even existed, and the two pilots that were flying the plane made it all up and threw a couple of parachutes out the plane and a little bit of the money out the plane and said, yeah, it was this guy, drew a sketch of him. And now for 60 years, people have thought this gentleman, D.B. Cooper, was a mastermind who plotted the perfect robbery and got away with it.
The pilots are the robbers.
But I thought if you're into D.B. Cooper and it's something that you've ever thought about, it's a nice little mind fuck to think maybe it really was all just a ruse by these two pilots because they wanted to get this money and they set up someone that didn't even exist. You know, that was kind of cool. The other thing is Bigfoot. So I've never really got too into the lure of Bigfoot myself, if I'm being honest with you here. But evidently, the theory is the Bigfoot does exist, or he did exist, but the logging industry that was aware of his existence and did know that he was out there, or like this species, decided to make it more of like a lure and put out these crummy ass videos that people were seeing Bigfoot. But there was these fake videos being put out to make it seem like it was kind of hoaxy. Yeah. And they just killed all of them because if they were to admit that they were real, it would become some sort of an endangered or like a species that we have to protect. And then they couldn't cut down all the rainforest areas that the Bigfoot inhabited.
So they killed all the Bigfoots?
So they killed all the Bigfoots and they were able to then log within those areas that they inhabited.
And then they put out the videos of the shitty Bigfoots to be like, oh.
Yeah, that's funny. People see these things and it's all fake. Look at these.
That's devastating.
You know? Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe Bigfoot was real. Is that like before us or after us in evolution? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It would have to be
seems
before
like
us.
They're probably close to as emotionally as intelligent.
Looks like Ryland's trying to become one right now.
Dang, he's a werewolf. But
they've actually hired me to go out into the mountains so they can get a video.
But it sent me on a tiny little bit of a rabbit hole, and evidently there's giants that have been found all over the world.
What?
People have actually, interestingly enough, Sandy and I are this weekend going to go to Catalina Island. Probably video out now if you're checking this out. But one of the things that we're going to look at is Catalina Island is well known for a couple of things. One of them is one of the first places that people saw USAs, or the phenomenon, the UFOs that come out of the ocean. It's like a big place for that. But in the early 1900s, like 1920, an archaeologist went over there and uncovered tons of these bones, and they were like 8 to 10 feet tall giants, and their skulls were humongous, and it's even in the museum at Catalina going over it. But they think that it's either a species that doesn't exist anymore, or because this civilization, because they found so many of them, like thousands of them, because they were on an island and there was no predator at all that was, threatening their life, they just kept getting bigger and bigger, and it's called island gigantism, because if you have no predators, you can continue to grow and to grow and to grow because nothing is threatening your livelihood.
Okay, I have a question.
So it's kind of crazy to think, like, there might be islands out there with fucking giants on it.
Is the word giant offensive?
Because no, if you said I have a giant penis, is that offensive?
No,
that's
but
a flex.
So, wow. Well,
that was a good one. That was really good.
That was just kind of a potpourri, thought, scatterism, but yes.
Wow. Well, speaking of
giant penises.
Oh, thank you.
Speaking of giant penises and descendants of Bigfoot, I think it's time for a recap.
Lights, camera, action. Ryland's recap is about to happen. Ryland's recap.
On today's episode of the Shane Dawson Podcast, we're back. We're thankful to have stayed in Black China's house, and we're curious about giants.
Okay,
yeah, dude.
We're back.
Yeah, good, dude. Look at that beard.
And if you didn't notice, I have a new beard. What do you think? Let me know.
Let me know.
Oh, Spencer does not have the plague.
Oh, looking at him, you'd never know.
Just lift your mask down just a little bit, just to show people.
Oh my gosh! Like seeing a nipple.
Our very own Spencer does not have the plague. He's just running from the fog.
Ooh.
Oh.
Which is terribly dangerous.
Look creeped out, dude, about the fog. Look. Ooh.
Oh, we have a live broadcast from the fog. Spencer, what do you see?
Guys, this is not normal. It smells like fireworks, but I decided to go for a run anyways.
How are you feeling because of the fog? Are there side effects?
Yeah, I feel dizzy and sick.
Oh, fuck him. There's Dennis Quaid.
He has a bird. What's the bird's name? Or what was it? He had like a bird with a dog, whatever. But he had a bird.
Oh, I found my Postmate on YouTube.
Oh, in the most concerning rabbit hole of the week, Shane, my husband, has
Did you forget who I am?
Bigfoot exists.
Does he really? Or are there just real life giants among us? Is it offensive to call people giants, or are they just tall?
Trader Joe's is stealing.
Oh, fuck Trader Joe's. They're screwing. Oh, no.
I thought you liked it.
Oh, no.
That's pretty heavy.
It's intense.
Shame on you. It's a shame on you.
All right, it's the beard. I like Trader Joe's, but allegedly they're doing some shady things. They're handing out contracts to people that aren't
Dude, they're fucking pink saucing people, dude. That's what they did to pink sauce, dude. They're pink saucing fucking people, and I don't like it.
AI influencers are taking over. Soon, none of us will have jobs, and companies will just be hiring them left and right. All of what you're consuming in probably months from now is AI.
How do we stop that? How do we can you report the AI ads and stuff? Can you there has to be something.
They're bigger than us.
I think that's the only thing that might drive people to go back outside and experience life is knowing that everything that you're watching is fake. So why don't you experience something real and go outside and do that? You don't think so?
They're going to put on
VR, you're right, absolutely.
Well, anyways, I hope you all enjoyed today's episode of the Shane Dawson Podcast. Make sure you shop your Shane Dawson merch at ShanedawsonMerch.com and follow all of us using the links in the description section below. We'll see you here in 2 weeks where I'll be more refreshed and ready to hit you with a great Ryland's recap. With that, we'll see you in 2 weeks right here on the Shane Dawson Podcast. Good night.
Okay. That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
Well, you guys go. Hopefully you enjoyed whatever the hell this was. We're back edition. Honestly, I love this so much. I'm so happy we're back, and I can't wait till next time where Spencer doesn't have to wear a mask and gloves, and you can really join the party.
Yeah, same.
Well, we missed you guys so much, and we're so happy to be back. And do you guys have anything else you want to say? Any last words?
Toodaloo.
If you don't want to buy a Costco membership,
I don't.
Just buy a Costco gift card and you can go shop with it.
No, you can't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Says who?
Boom. Surprise cheap trick.
Wait.
Boom.
Wow.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Have you tested it, or was it an AI?
I know for a fact. I know for a fact it works.
I feel like
because the money has already been.
Same brunette that I've fallen for. That's like,
You can shop at Costco if you just get a fucking membership.
Wait, put the music on. Put the music on. Wait, real quick. Did you know that while millions of people are spending hundreds of dollars a year on Costco memberships, that all you have to do is go online and buy a Costco gift card.
Wow.
That was really.
We've all seen those ones, right?
Yeah.
and I'm getting a gift card to Costco.
Yes.
Just to be clear, I think you get a membership for like $40.
It is $60
for like a year.
Yeah, for the fucking pizza.
And then what? You have to suffer through going to Costco? That's hell enough.
Wait, I thought you wanted to go.
Yeah. I don't. I want to order something online from the comfort of my home.
Okay. Bye. We love you guys. Bye.